for a quick check-in. Let's see what's going on in the energy that we need to know, be aware of, or focused on at this time. We have scars. We got scars showing up on the bottom. Look, silence. This one, it's not telling us to be quiet, okay? It's not telling me to be quiet. I'm really drawn here to the hourglass. It's saying time's up. Did you have a period of silence or something like that? We've got loss, death, and a revelation showing up here too. Okay, so this I've been getting it all morning. Some kind of communication from the other side, you waking up your fully enlightened or awake self. All right, you're walking with one foot in the 5D and one foot in the 3D, so to speak. Okay, so let's go. Let's see what this energy is here. It's a general reading. It may not resonate with every single person that's watching. We do have communication coming through here with the Knight of Swords. There's the Ace of Swords right on top of Judgment. Okay, we're getting naked for God here. This is divine truth coming through. Some kind of divine truth. Okay, and you are looking at some kind of balance. Yeah, it's almost like walking a tightrope, that one foot in the 3D, one foot in the 5D, and you're looking at it. You're looking at the foot in the 3D, you're looking at the foot in the 5D, and your mind is I don't know. Where's your mind at right now? Someone is all up in their head. This is not you. This is you here with your angel wings out, okay? Showing up Temperance with the angel energy. There's something here in that 5D, in that angel energy, that fully awakened self that is now instinctual. It's now, animalistic instincts, okay? There's something very controlled within the chaos of that in-between space, okay? So if you've got one foot in the 3D, one foot in the 5D, your mind is the processor, is the 4D energy, and 4D energy never stops moving. It's constantly processing. We're all constantly processing, but that is all 4D is. It's the bridge, okay? It's the human body. It's the bridge between the 3D, third dimensional, okay, animal type ideas, your earth energy, and your 5D angelic heaven kind of energy. All right. Oh, look, I just realized we did have Metatron's rainbow bridge showing up there, which is 4D energy. It's the bridge between worlds. Okay, so someone's overthinking your angelic energy. All right. Well, I don't know. Who cares? I want to say who cares about that, but I mean that's why we're here. So let's dive in. You know where you're at. You're straddling worlds there as your awakened self. I'm gonna let that ride. If we need to go deeper with it, we will. But let's go here to this Knight of Swords. This is a message coming to you, through to you. And we're leaving the Judgment and that Ace of Swords together. So it really does feel a little bit, it feels biblical. It feels like the truth with a capital T. And yeah, some kind of divine truth there. But let's see what the actual message is that's coming for you. Because this Knight of Swords, it feels like he's got his sword pointed towards you. Okay, like he's coming at you. There's a lot of things that could be associated with that. There's our King of Pentacles, the Sun, and the Queen of Pentacles. There you are. What did I just say? Okay. This is the fully awakened self. fully awakened, fully developed, awakened self. Okay? Love it. I fucking love this energy. There's the Page of Pentacles. This is very balanced. You're learning more about, I want to say, the next level. Yes, don't you think once you've got stable footing in the 5D and the 3D and you're really, straddling that, don't you really feel like, okay, what's next? You don't just stand there, right? We're always processing, always moving. Nothing ever truly ends. I'm still curious about the loss there, but okay. This is, your fully developed, awakened self, receiving some kind of message here. This communication that's coming through is going to be here in the 3D, in your physical reality. Okay? Even if you're like, no, Amanda, I live in the 5D. Heaven on earth has been realized already. It's the physical. This message, this energy, this communication is coming through to you here in the physical. That's the king and the queen of the earth. So right here. Okay, whether you live in heaven or you live in the matrix, okay, you live where you want to live, you do you. There's some kind of communication. Let's go. This is a really powerful energy coming off of those cards there. This is a resurrection. It could be the truth you already knew, but maybe you denied yourself or something like that. Okay. Right. Maybe I didn't believe in unicorns and dragons before and now I do. So, the truth hits different. You know what I'm saying? And, that's just what time it is. Maybe you've been in hermit mode. You've been silent. You've been quiet for a while. You've been processing some kind of loss. And now you are maybe you're ready to speak out, speak your truth with capital T. Okay, I don't know. You tell me where you're at, guys. Go ahead. Leave me a comment. Reach out. I'm always here for you. Queen of Cups. The Knight of Wands. 4 Swords. All right, this feels, like I said, there was a resurrection energy. And when I threw these 3 cards on top of it, it feels like a zombie. It feels like this character right here that's laying down, right? Resting after heartache. Resting on the truth. Meditating about it. Is rising up. It feels very zombie-like. Like we had in the beginning. That instinct. There's something instinctual. Maybe you meditated, you came to some kind of conclusion and realization here, and you rise up. Okay? That's that judgment. That's that rise up. Something's going on here. Something deeper than this. There's something really powerful. There's more here, and I'm speaking to a wide audience, you guys. I don't know where you're at and literally who's watching, okay? So to make this message for everybody, I really got to bring it down to earth so that everybody who comes here can understand what I'm trying to say, the message I'm trying to relay here. And I'm not just reading cards, okay? I'm delivering a message. I just let it fall out and go with the flow here. So this is a fantasy that's coming into reality. You guys, I had the fucking craziest dream. And if you've been coming here for a while, I don't believe in dreams, right? It's just communication from the other side. I saw the sky move and angel wings start flapping. Like if you were looking at the blue sky with, white clouds, it was like suddenly the clouds turned into wings, but they were real. They were dimensionalized. And I heard God's voice. It sounded like a sonic boom, but then God's thunder followed it. It was so crazy. I'm telling everybody about this wild dream I had. Okay, dream. I don't believe in dreams. That was a communication from the other side. And then the stars started to fall, which we know stars don't just fall. The earth was tilting and moving, and it was, all I did was crawl into a closet and start praying. Okay, I started saying my Our Father, and then I woke up like literally saying the prayers out loud. So it was crazy. And we were all standing naked while we were waiting. And that was my dream. I was like the only one that was there that was like left naked. I was with my sister. Okay, you guys, there you go. A fairy, magic and mischief, nature spirit. It says messages there as well. That's a nature spirit. I'm drawn to that King and Queen of Pentacles there with the fairy energy. Compassion coming through. I don't even want to talk about that. Okay. I just saw something very random and I don't want to talk about it. All right. Crazy energy. Okay, you guys. I'm not satisfied yet. This message goes deep. It's meant for more than just one or two people. So, all right. Spirit really making me work today. Yep. Okay, let's go. Let's get in the mind space here with Spirit. With that, that angel instinct energy there. I want to go in the mind. What's there? I fantasize about you and I feel you. Okay. That's what's in the mind. I fantasize about you and I feel you. Yep. It's real. It's real. Whatever it is, it's real. It's not a dream. Right here. I fantasize about you, 10 cups. That's a fantasy land energy. I feel you. I literally can touch you here with 10 pentacles. Okay? That's a literal. Right here, right now, your long-term future, your legacy, right? But this is more, it's hearth and home with our King and Queen of Pentacles here. It's, me and you, and that's our home, our village, so to speak. Okay, the whole kingdom. Yeah, that's what I'm getting right there. Something you've been fantasizing about in the mind space is becoming some kind of reality. Okay? That's weird. I just told you about that dream I had. Okay, you guys, I'm just saying. Whew. Let's get in the heart space. How are you feeling emotionally? Let's see. Come all the way out if you want to talk. Oh, there we go. I love how the heart came out in the heart space. That's so funny. And look, this is a literal heart, right? Yeah, that's a literal, actual heart in your chest. A human heart. Yes, there's an apology there, but I'm just saying, we've been talking about the physical versus the 5D ideas. Okay. That's amazing. Whatever this message is, however this energy is showing up for you, I have no idea. Okay? However it's showing up for you, it's going to be in the physical. This might be an apology that you literally hear from a person. And I'm still curious about this loss. All right. Let's get into the physical. All right. How is this energy showing up for you in your physical reality? Trust the process. I love this. I love this as your physical result. Trust the process. It is what it is. And I do think you already know what it is, whatever that is. I hope that made sense to you. I'm ready. We're walking that path. Okay. Let's just clarify here. I'm going to use these cards for this loss and death and the revelation. Okay, just that loss. Nothing here really said anything about loss necessarily. Okay, I just want to go tiny layer deeper. Loss. just grab, you know, 1 or 2 cards there for loss. What is that? 4 of Pentacles. And there's a piggy bank on this one. I've been holding on to something for a long time, something with that death energy, that resurrection we were talking about over here. Okay, that kind of zombie-like rising up out of a meditative state. I've been holding on to something for a really long time. Maybe somebody, okay, maybe somebody passed, and you've been holding on to their energy. You've been clinging to it in some way. You've been clinging to something here in the physical world that you're, I don't want to say you're meant to let go of. You're meant to do whatever you decide you're meant to do. King of Cups on the bottom. Emotions. A lesson. Some kind of lesson about your emotions and what to hang on to and what to let go of. Something like that. All right. I'm just going to ask Spirit for some advice for you. I don't know if there will be any advice, but all right, let's let the cards do the talking here. Spirit, you got any advice, guidance, forward movement here? What's going on? Awareness and sorrow. That's literally what I just said. Just Spirit's advice to you is like to literally become aware of whatever this is you've been clinging to, because it's the loss. It's that loss energy. You've been clinging to it. Whatever it is. You know, it was backed up by death there and a revelation. So I hope this helps you guys. Hit that thumb, leave a comment, subscribe.